I experienced a depression that lasted for over a decade, and I thought the only way to escape it was to physically die. And I ended up in a halfway house, and I slept in the attic because the women below in the house were frightened of me, and I thought I was the kindest person on the planet. People just didn't understand me. And as I was sleeping on the floor, one morning, a cockroach crawled over my foot. And I opened my eyes, and in place of all that darkness was a world that is indescribable. Basically, what I learned in that moment was that when I believed my thoughts, I suffered. But when I questioned my thoughts, I didn't suffer. And I've come to see that this is true for every human being. And those of you that have open minds, you are going to love this work. And again, this work is simply to question the mind. Little children can do it, and big children can do it. So who would like to do the work this evening? Good.
My name's Linda.
Hi, Linda.
I just went on vacation with my roommate. So.
With your roommate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks. I'm angry and upset and saddened at Patty because she flirts too much, is unconscious, is irresponsible, and she's lazy and she doesn't get it.
Yeah. So is Patty in the room?
No.
Okay.
No. No, it's not her, no.
So she flirts too much.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
It seems to be.
So she flirts too much.
Well, she pokes her chest out and everybody, and she, poses a lot. And
so that's her job.
Yeah.
How do I know that's her job? That's what she does. So if that's her job, how can she flirt too much?
That's a good point.
Yeah, everything has its job, everyone has their job, everything does its job. Not too much, not too little, exactly right. It's exactly the right proportion. So how do you react when you think the thought she flirts too much?
It just makes me feel really tense inside, and I used to flirt too much and don't anymore.
Yeah.
Not too much, not like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe you flirt too much for you.
Well, I think it used to be detrimental to me, so in my mind I feel like it's detrimental to her.
Yeah, yeah. And can you really know that that's true, that it's detrimental to her?
Well, it seems, I guess, to work for her, I guess. I'm very judgmental, and it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I could name 10 more things that she does that drives me crazy.
Yeah. So who would you be on vacation with her without the thought she flirts too much when she's flirting?
I feel like I don't know who I am if I'm not judging someone. And when you were asking that question, it feels like almost frightening, like if I'm not trying to change everything around me, who would I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels like a blank. And I don't always feel that way, but when I get caught up in judging another person, I start feeling that way.
Well, we do because we attack them, and if we don't question that attack mode, then it just continues, but only till your deathbed. Let's look at the next one.
The next adjective or the next question?
Wherever you go with it.
Well, I think I'll just go to the next question when it says, I need Patty to change.
Is it true?
No.
We really believe we need other people to change for us to be happy. That's insane. So how do you treat her? How do you treat him, her, them, when you think the thought, I need her to change, and she doesn't? You find the whole list of things you need to change within you.
Right.
That's all you need to change, so work on that. How do you react when you think the thought, I need her to change?
It makes me mad that she's not doing what I want her to do.
And how does that look when you're angry and you think the thought, I need her to change?
Well, it just makes me feel rotten that I can't. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm incapable of, or I don't have the right tools to not do that. So what I want to do is run, and I don't know how to like her. I'm trying to see her good points and not her bad points, and it's not easy.
No.
And she has lots of wonderful qualities.
Of course, but that has nothing to do with it when we are attached to the thought, I need her to change. Because that is primary until we question it.
Well, what does it mean when, I was raised by 3 women, and they were all like that, really, really badly, very, judgmental and very critical and all that. So it's like, how much of that is learned and how much of it is just
doesn't matter.
defense?
It hurts. Who would you be if you did not believe this lie, I need her to change?
Well, I would be less stressed. It's still hard for me to know.
There are 2 ways to be with someone. They're going to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 2 ways to be with them, in pain and misery or free.
Right.
Either way, you're with them. So you could just sit down and work through it and go back for more. These people are our teachers.
I did this with all my husbands. That's why it's been, seriously, that's why it's been all these husbands. And it's like she's the first roommate I ever had, really, except for a guy.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm doing it again,
Yeah.
So
So I need her to change, turn it around.
I don't need her to change.
Because no matter what she does, you're still her roommate.
Mm. No, that was good. I can either suffer or not.
Let's look at the next one. Oh, I need her to change, turn it around.
I don't need her to change.
There's another turnaround also.
Wait a
I need
minute.
her to change. I need,
Me to change? Right.
yeah.
It's so simple. The answer's so simple, and I'm looking for this complicated,
If my roommate flirts and everything, I get to watch her, watch them, I get to watch them, watch her, I get to watch her, I get to watch. And it's like I get to see what I used to look like.
Yeah, that's
And how well I did it, and how really no one's even looking, and how I thought they were. And it's a whole, without a story, reality. It's like you, all you, the story of you.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
the next one.
I thought we were done. She should face reality and stand on her own.
She is not standing on her own, is that true?
Well, she seems pretty dependent, but I guess she is standing on her own.
So where is she dependent? She's dependent, is that true? People around you are dependent, is that true?
It's dependent. Yeah.
So give me an example of how she's dependent.
Well, she's in debt up to the kazoo, and I told her that she could come live at my house for 6 months, rent-free, if she would pet sit for my dog while I was away, and save some money, and she didn't save it. She spent it compulsively. So
where is she dependent with you?
Where is she dependent with me? Well, I guess she isn't really, except she doesn't have to pay any bills right now.
Well,
So but she's not really dependent. I'm allowing her to be.
Yeah, you're offering it, you're
I
paying
offered
the
it.
bills.
I offered it to, but I offered that to her, and then she didn't do what I expected her to do. And
Yeah, so you were dependent on her to do that, and then she didn't do it.
Oh, shut up, kind of thing. Yeah. No, it's true. I wanted.
I've been told that before.
I needed to feel needed, I guess. I needed to feel like I had done something for someone and that they were going to respond
So look at your
to
dependence.
my great help and wisdom. And
So look at your dependence on love and approval.
yeah, exactly. Because it's not just. I guess it's not just enough, that I'm just a friend that I have to offer up something special to.
That you're dependent on that.
Yeah.
Let's look at the next one. So she's dependent, turn it around.
I'm dependent.
Yeah.
What I said was, what 3 things do you most fear will happen? And I said, she will end up miserable.
Okay, so this is your dependence again.
Yeah.
Patty's going to end up miserable. Can you
I'm
absolutely...
the one that's miserable?
Yeah. So can you absolutely know that it's true that she's going to end up miserable?
No.
So how do you react when you think that thought and you believe it? She's going to end up miserable.
I start wanting to lecture her to death and change her
and buy her.
Right.
And house her.
Yeah.
That's how you live when you think that thought. And it's okay, we're just noticing. But then we call them dependent. So Patty would be miserable. Who would you be without that story?
Bored.
Who would you be if you did not believe that? Patty is going to end up miserable.
Well, I'd probably be more open-minded and hopeful.
So let's dialogue it. You be someone that really needs me, that is absolutely miserable. Okay? Give me a sad story about how you need a home. And
Okay.
I'll be you. I'll be a loving human being.
I don't know what I'm going to do, Katie. I don't know where I'm going to go. I have nowhere to go, no money.
Oh, honey, my goodness. I hear you have no money. You don't know where you're going to go. That must be terrible.
It is terrible. Can I come home with you?
Oh, my goodness. You know, this is quite a story. And no, you can't come home with me.
You bitch.
Really looks like it, doesn't it?
No.
Yeah.
But that
Really
stops
looks
you
that
dead in
way.
your tracks, doesn't it, huh?
Well, you know, what's happening is I'm listening. I'm listening. But I may offer my home, but not out of dependence and not fearful for, you know, their misery. I'm going to really listen first. So she's going to end up miserable. Turn it around.
I'm good.
You have ended up miserable.
Or she's not going to end up miserable.
Yeah. It's like, you know, your roommates, and, you know, we don't know if she's miserable or not,
I don't think so.
but it doesn't sound like it. She's got the posing thing going, and
Yeah, she's great
she's
at
not
posing.
responsible. She's a good place to live,
Yeah,
but you're miserable. So it's always, you know, I am what I think you are in the moment.
yeah.
I am what I think you are in the moment. Let's look at the next one. What's the next fear?
I can't remain her friend because she's such a loser.
Okay. Well, isn't that the way we think? Is there anyone here that has never had that thought?
But when I said I can't remain, it's like I feel sad that I can't remain her friend because she does all these things.
Okay, so
It's too bad. Like if she would change, then I could stay her friend, but because she.
yeah. So I'll ask you to move, and you just be outrageous. Okay. So I will be you, a loving human being that really loves this roommate, and I want her to leave. I'm very clear. So what's her name?
Patty.
Patty, I want you to leave.
But I can't leave. I'm trying to whine.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have anywhere to go.
Well, let's sit down and talk about it, because I want you to leave Monday.
But where will I go? I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have any money. Where am I going to stay? What am I going to do?
I don't know.
How could you do this to me?
I don't know that either. I just know that.
Well, what am I supposed to do? You want me to just sleep out in the street?
You'll know by Monday.
No, fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and she probably would have no problem moving.
Yeah, she has 5 sisters.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's good, those boundaries. But
Well, it's just the truth. It's not a boundary, it's the truth. But I don't have a dependence because I've questioned my mind.
The last one's the sad one.
Let's hear it.
I'm afraid she'll end up alone.
Ooh, I would turn that one around.
Yeah.
This is about you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It really is kind of sad when you think about it, but I don't admit it, I don't think.
Well, you just did.
Both of my parents just passed away. I'm divorced. I have no siblings and no children,
Yeah.
so it's like, lately I've been,
Yeah, it's your fear.
and I'm moving to a town where I don't know a soul.
Yeah, very exciting.
But it's also easy to feel like, oh my God, I'm really alone. I used to didn't care. And so many people around me, it's like, oh.
So here's one for you. It's possible to be alone, is that true?
Yes.
And if you were on, okay, we're everywhere. There's nowhere you can go that we're not there. Television, radio, the market. At home, there we are. You turn on the radio, we walk by your house. We're everywhere.
I have a great dog.
Great dog, so you're not alone.
Yeah.
But if the whole world were wiped out, we'd still be there, right here.
Yeah.
The whole world right here. You cannot get away from us. So as long as you see us, as long as you're dependent on us, just welcome to the work. So, sweetheart, this is your fear, to be alone. It doesn't sound like, you might just ask her, do you ever have a fear of just being alone? And see what she says. She might laugh. Who knows? Thank you, Annie.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.